Hi there. I'm here today to demonstrate to you how to assemble your new platform. It's pretty simple. I just got a couple of pieces here I'd like to demonstrate to you. What we'll do is we'll take these two pieces, we'll screw this into here. I like to use a little quarter drive, and you don't screw them in all the way. And at this point, this thing here, just like in the instructions, will slide into the groove. The access hole in the groove here. T-slot is locked. That's how you assemble this whole assembly. To undo it, same thing. Okay, so at that point it's time to move on. So when you receive your platform, you receive it in boxes like this. This is the platform and the extrusion plates. And this is the accessory kit. So this is how you'll receive that when you receive your platform. So let's get started. So how you'll want to do this is you'll open up the big box first. Open this up. And what you're going to get is you're going to get a package like this. In these packages is the bolts and the fasteners for the extrusion. So what I like to do is I take and I'll dump these out. This pack of fasteners, we'll call these the fasteners. And I like to put them, assemble them all together like I have already done over here. So I will put them all like this. So they're ready to go. Put those in there. I have them all together. So at that point, you'll take and you'll lay your extrusions out, and every piece of extrusion that has a thread in it is going to require one of those. There's a total of 70 of them. Sounds like a lot, but it goes quick. And you will screw these in like so. You'll take I'm going to unscrew this one. So you'll take that and the fastener will be on it. You'll screw it into the extrusion. I like to use a little quarter-inch, very low torque, and I'll just screw them in so far. You do not bottom them out. You leave them loose, because you'll need them loose to slide into the extrusion like so. So once that's in there, you can take it wherever you need to do. Okay, so as in this instructions, it has you install the cross braces first thing and put these certain pieces together. And as you can see in these instructions, if you're like me, I hate reading instructions. I'd a lot rather see where things go. So we have A, B, C, D, every piece in here is lettered. Well, if you'll look over here, every one of these pieces is lettered. For instance, AB. AB is going to go right here. That's that piece. Everything is numbered or lettered. So there'll be no confusion as to where that goes. Very simple. So the first thing it wants you to do is install or build these cross braces. So let's get to it. So as in the instructions, it tells you to build these supports, these cross braces. Well, I've taken the liberty in doing that, and I've assembled the 3 cross braces. It'll also have you put up some risers in there, and it says this is the only thing you'll have to read, but it wants you to do these things first. So at that point, let's go to installing them. Okay, so as the instructions, I have installed these braces where they say, and it tells you to do this first before installing the top. So right now we have this all installed. Now we're ready to install the top. I want to show you a little something how easy these slide in, but let's get the top half going. So just a little example of how easy this slides in. Again, they're lettered. You know exactly where they go. This will go in here. Slide to the hole. There was a hole right in here, as you can see. And these things will slide into the hole. And then from underneath, you'll bring the tool in and tighten them up. Pretty easy. Let's start on our top half. Okay, so now all of our bottom is installed and all of our bracing like it says in the instructions. We just slide this over the fasteners and make sure those fasteners are attached. We'll slide this piece all the way down here, and we have that piece is installed. So these holes now will line up. They're hole here, here, and here. So we will take our tool.
I paused. Oh no, I didn't.
So this is the tool that we're going to use to tighten all this. So we're just going to stick that tool in there, and we're going to cinch this down. Cinch down. That's how easy. And we'll go over to this other piece, which is A, just like the instructions say. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to slide the extrusion right down those braces. Just like that. Stick our tool in. Tighten it up. Just give you guys a little insight on how easy that can be, how easily this is installed. Okay, let's move on to our next step. So one thing I want to make clear is that is when you're installing these and you're sliding these together here, as you see, this has a hole in one direction, not in both directions, just one direction. So this will go on any way you want it to go on, but then you're going to find, oh, where's the access? The access hole is not there. So just when you're sliding these things in, just make sure your holes are going to be where they're supposed to be. And what I like to do on this particular piece, which can be kind of confusing, is I will take the fastener out of just this one end. Just makes it simpler for me to install. This is just a quick, you'll find your way to doing it however way. I'll slide this up into here. Then I will slide the extrusion piece to that. Line that up. Take my little 1/4" drive tool here, and then I will tighten that up. Just works a little bit easier. Then you can come back to your hole that's correctly the way it's supposed to be. And we're getting close. And again, we're working on the female side, but we're getting real close. As you can see, you can do this in 15 minutes. Very easy to install. The instructions are easy. So let's move on. So what we're going to do here is we're going to install our end pieces. And you'll just start them over the fasteners like so. And you can pull this. And I like to drag them through to the other side. Make sure. This is where you leave these loose, because you're going to need all of this loose for this to go slide together. Once you have them in, again, we have our access holes for, and then what's going to happen is as we tighten these up, this is going to square up the piece, the whole thing. So as we tighten these, it's going to square itself. We tighten it this way, it's going to square it. It starts to pull everything together. See how that slid that together? Now it's all square and true. So what I like to do, again, this is the female side, is before I install the plates, I like to complete the framing. So once this framing is complete, now all I've got to do is I'll turn this around here a little bit. And now we're ready to install our platform, our tread plate. And all I want to do there, it's already finished here, is I will take this, just crack that, crack that. And the reason I like to assemble the whole frame is what I was telling you, that trues everything up and brings it together. So at this point, I'll just slide this out, and I'm ready for my tread plate. So let's move on to installing the tread plate. So now we're ready to install our tread plate. All we do is slide that into the groove. The tread plate locks into place. Just like so. You make sure that it's in position, that everything's ready to go. And then we can take and reinstall this piece here. When we reinstall this piece, that's going to lock this back half together. That'll slide right into the groove. And then we take our tool and we'll tighten that up. Everything locks into place. Just like that. And we'll move on.
Go.
Okay, so now we've slid this other half of the tread plate in. We'll slide this along here again, putting those into place, tighten them up. There you have it. So after I've done with this part of it, what I want to do is I usually will tip these up, and I'll go through and I'll tighten all of everything. So I'll just take a little tool, stick it in all the holes, and I just give them a little bit of torque just to make sure they're tight. They don't have to be super tight, just make sure they're clinched. And I'll go all the way around the whole assembly, make sure everything's tight. So at this point, I'm on to the next part of this platform. So at this point, I'm going to lay this down and move on to the next step. Okay, so the last thing is we want to put our wheels on our casters. These are a very heavy-duty industrial caster. Polyurethane, resistant to oil and gases, so it's not going to be affected, but it's a very heavy duty caster. We have spared no expense on putting the casters in these plates. So what I like to do on these is I'll just drop these 4 bolts in. I always like to, you can mount the casters on either side. I like to do this side so it matches. So I'll drop the 4 bolts in there, get me a lock washer with an acorn nut, put these on there. This is the only other tool that you will need to assemble this whole thing, is you'll need that little Allen, that little 4mm Allen socket, and a 13mm to tighten up these casters. So what I do at this point is I just take this, and I cheat a little bit with an air tool, but there we go. Simple as. Okay, so after I've put the casters on this caster plate, I'll take this brace out here, just the one. I'll slide this caster plate into the groove, just like so. Fits in, locked in. Put the plate back on, like so. Tighten her back up. And you can see now why I assemble the whole thing, because it's just really easy to pull out the one piece to slide the platforms in, the tread plate, and the wheels. And I like to tip it up to do that. So now I'm going to roll this back down to the ground here, and we have now assembled the female side. All we're going to do is we're going to repeat the process on the male side. Same thing, the male side will slide right into this when it's all completed. Has guides that'll go into the T-slot, so it's all guided into place. But there you have it. It's pretty basic to install. Take you roughly hour and a half maybe to install the whole thing. And again, if you have any questions or comments, you can contact us on our website and we can take care of any of your needs. Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to quickly go over the accessories and how easy they are to install. We have our lights. This is your accessory kit right here. This is everything that'll come in it. We have the lights, 2 lights for each corner, on-off switches. Very nice lights. They're heavy duty, industrial, very, very bright LEDs, so no heat. And the way that we install these is just get a piece of pole. It'll have threaded on the one end, and all you'll do is just thread a nut right into that thread that holds the light on. Take some wire ties, zip tie the cable down to extrusion, and that'll go down to the side of the plates. So anyway, we have our air hose, our tool tray fixture. So here's our supports for the tool tray and the air hose. So what we'll do is we'll just take these, and these here are what we call drop-ins. These little drop-ins here will slide into the extrusion, and you can put these in wherever you'd like them. So what I do is I'll take the little drop-in, and again, this is all explained in the instruction manual. So what we'll do is we'll slide these into here, 2 of them. Very, very easy install here. Just like that. Take our Allen, tighten them up. And there you have it. There's that piece. Then we're going to take our tool tray, and it has the same things, the drop-ins, and these drop-ins are going to slide right down Take our Allen wrench, tighten the 3 bolts in from inside here. There you have it. There's your tool tray assembly. Your air hose. We also have an end cap feature. It's a little plastic thing to kind of clean up the ends of these. As you can see, they'll pop in. Kind of cleans up the ends, makes them look nice. So now what we'll do is we'll take our air pipe. Our air pipe will go right in there like that. There's a tightening fixture here. That's going to keep your, when it's installed into your tray, this is going to tighten this. So, and your air hose is going to come in from the top. And we have a blank here at the tool tray that keeps that all held into place. This will, of course, will be. There's your tool tray and your lights. That's your accessory kits for right now. We're in the process right now of building a number of different accessories. One of them being a laptop feature to hold a laptop, so when you're under the hood there, we'll have a tray that slides out here, set a laptop on it, so all your SI information, your tools, your lighting, everything will be there for you. So the whole thing about this is to speed up your production, because the faster you can do your job, the more money in your pocket. We all know that. Most of us here are working on a flat rate, so anything that will help us out in and speed us up in our process is a blessing. Okay, move on to the next thing. So now we have one completely installed. Let me just give you a quick demonstration of how it works. And here's our accessory tray. We offer this in two colors, black, and we offer it in the clear. The clear was the one we just barely put together. Just to give you a little quick example of how easy the accessories work and to install. Remember the drop-ins we talked about, they can be put anywhere on this platform, so these lights can be put anywhere you'd like them. That's how fast and easy they come out. The tool tray. That's how fast and easy. Everything on this thing is made for speed. It's all about time with us. We know that. So we've made this very simple, lightweight, easy to scissor up. Reel off. Put it where you need it. To lay it down, we do the same thing. Reel it where we want it. Lay it down. Spread it out, pull your vehicle in, put your fixtures on it. It's that quick. This thing. So now we need to show you how easily these are stored. So to store these away, we'll just simply slide them in here. The tool tray. Stores away right inside itself. There you have it. It's ready to move. Okay,